Hello, everybody. Welcome to Art and Design Character Design. I'm David Carson. I'm going to be your instructor for this course. I'm also the coordinator for the Animation 3D program. And the focus that we're going to have on character design is going to be based on animation. And I'm going to demonstrate all sorts of character design that I've done in the industry for both advertising and animation TV series. But first, what I'd like to do is, here's going to be my classroom and my teaching station. I have a Cintiq laptop computer, which I can draw with a digital pencil, which I have in this case here. There we go. So I can draw directly on screen. Have my microphone. I have a document camera so that I can go over your work and give you some feedback on what's happening. Big screen for me so I can see what is going on from my camera. I have a scanner here. I have an electric pencil sharpener, but I'm going to go through the equipment that you're going to have to be working with in this particular class. So let's take a look at what's in your art kit. First and foremost, we need something to draw with. And here you should have these Curry Artist Graphite pencil set. And if we take a look inside, we got a whole bunch of pencils. What we're going to be using is HB, for sure. This F, I'm not even familiar with that, so I'm going to experiment with that one a little bit. B and maybe 2B. Those are the main drawing tools that we would be using in character design. Okay, so I'll keep those handy. And with these pencils, need a pencil sharpener. You got this nice Stettler one that will sharpen and keep your shavings in here, so that'll be handy and important. From there, we will be taking a well. We're going to be making some mistakes, even with a lot of experience. You're going to constantly be fixing and tweaking and make things the best we can. So we've got a white eraser here, which will be very handy. We're going to take a look at some color later on. You will have a set of colored pencils, which I've got the range here that we'll be working with. Kind of limited, but we'll play around with mixing some colors with these and just simple colors of how we can color up our characters. We're going to be focusing on characters, not on backgrounds and such, but on the characters themselves. So we can experiment and play around with, what the coloring of characters would be like. So once we're coloring and doing some finish work, we can be inking them in, and this is a very good. I think you've got more than what I've got. I have this one Pilot drawing pen, and it's got a very nice, good thickness for doing outline on character. All right. Then we'll be taking a look. Well, we need something to draw on. So you have a drawing book here. So what is it called? Hardcover sketchbook. So if we open it up, we've got loads of paper here. So we're going to be using a lot of it. I know you have some other drawing courses, so we'll see how much we'll be using up in this class, because we're really going to be doing a lot of step-by-step simple characters and building up in more detail and depth and dimension. So we're going to start very kind of two-dimensional, flat sort of thing. We have a watercolor pad. We may use our pencil crayons on this and see how we can color up and do some final characters. I know we have paints and things. I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to get into them in this class. There's lots to do just from a drawing idea. But from a paper point of view, what I like using, especially in a lot of rough drafts and things, because I like doing a lot of variations before I come up with my final design for a character. I like just getting cheap photocopy paper. This is 8.5 by 11 letter size. I always keep everything horizontal because in animation we work to an HD screen. And same with a lot of graphics if you're doing for web and such. So I always get in the habit of doing them horizontal, sideways like this. But for experimenting and playing around, I really like just this kind of throwaway paper because having everything bound in a book in good quality paper, I just find it kind of wasteful. So if I use inexpensive photocopy paper, and not that you have to go out of your way, if you have some, and again, not expensive printer paper, just the cheapest of photocopy paper, and that way we can feel free to really draw and come up with different ideas. Okay. Now, the last thing is you're going to be digitizing your work and handing it in. So taking a picture of your work with a cell phone works really well. What I recommend is that you place that artwork on a flat surface, and with your cell phone, get as even flat with nice lighting, with no shadows and such, and take a picture of it. And that's what you would be submitting and uploading that digital file. Okay, so there we go. I think that's everything. Next class, we'll get into it and start doing some simple character design. All right, great.